Okay, this is my version of a takedown buck saw. I've been watching a bunch of videos on YouTube, and I wanted to make one of these for myself. A few things first. The problem is I live in an apartment and I don't have any tools. So this is a version that you can make with no power tools and very little space. I did this all pretty much right here on this piece of newspaper over a couple of sessions. This is the finished product. It works great. I just cut a bunch of firewood. It cuts like butter, just what I wanted. Much better than my my little folding saw. So let me break it down and show you the pieces.
Hold on, let me take a close up.
Okay. Now, first of all, you untension this. This is what pretty much holds it together. This is just a stick I had laying in the kindling pile. And then once it's loose, the middle support comes out. So does that. And then, unfortunately, I made a mistake. I'm going to have to go get some different butterfly nuts. I got the kind that have nylon in the end of them to make them really snug. I didn't expect them to be so snug. I thought it would be an advantage, but I probably will go get a couple of different butterfly nuts. They're only like 50 cents, 65 cents, something like that. But I don't know if you can see that. There's a little piece of nylon in the end of that thing, and it makes it very hard to put on. So, anyways, total investment in this saw. I bought two of these pairs at the single pick. It'd probably been cheaper if I'd have bought a pack of them, but I really only wanted one each. So these are 1/4 inch. This is just a lag bolt, and this is a butterfly nut. All 4 pieces were probably like $2, maybe, something like that. This blade is from Menards. It was $5. So aside from the saw I bought, which I was going to buy anyways, which this miter box saw was $5 and this coping saw was $6. So parts, the wood. This is a piece of 1x2 at Menards. It's called Select Pine. It has a nice finish on it. It was $2.75 for a 4-foot or 3-foot piece. Okay. Basically, what I did was I used the saw to cut some slits there. Not very pretty, but again, this is all hand saw work. Then I used my trusty little ruler to mark off this joint, basically. This is a 1/4 inch inset on each piece. So I just cut these 2 corners off and then cut this out using this coping saw. This was $6 at Harbor Freight, and I'll probably use this a lot on other projects. So that's pretty much it. The only other thing I want to say is, aside from replacing these butterfly nuts with non-nylon ones, then I intend to sand this all down and take these out, these corners out, and maybe even wrap them in paracord, just enough to get my hand, because it cuts into your hand. But I mean, other than that, I'm very pleased. Very minimal investment, less than $10, about $8. This is just a piece of 550 paracord I had laying around. I cut it off a longer piece. It's about 2 foot. It's a 21-inch blade. It's $5. I think I said that. So
total cost.
It. Total cost with the tools that I bought for this. This miter box was $4.95. This was $6.95. So $11 and $7 for the blade and the parts, and the wood $10. So about $21 is what I spent on this. So if you take the tools out of that picture, you're looking at $10.
And time spent?
Oh, time. I guess I spent about an hour the first night cutting these pieces and cutting this first notch. Then today I went to work and borrowed the drill. I drilled 4 1/4 inch holes in these 2, in the end of one in the end of each of these hand pieces. and that took me about 10 minutes. And then today I've been here about an hour cutting the other notch and final assembly, testing it out. So all told, maybe 3 hours total, maybe. Give or take some drive time to the store. So
Cool.
take down bucksaw. Rock on. Thank you.